Just getting started, the shit is a tease. Perfecting my crap, man, this shit getting easy. I'm thinking about pouring the deuce in the leader. Busting, I'm sweating, I need me a freezer. I need me a shorty like Queen Latifah. Cause shorty gon' ride whenever I need her. I was just down bad, now I'm breaking the meter.
What's the word, YouTube? It's favorite face DLace, and we back with another video, man. Today I'm gonna do something for the first time. I am gonna rate my top albums of 2022, y'all. I thought real hard, thought real long. I had to take a lot into consideration, but then I had to realize I gotta come up with what's my personal best albums of the year. I can't listen to outside noise and what everybody else think. I gotta listen to what stuck with me. What did I listen to in 2022 and what stuck with me? Y'all new to the channel, make sure y'all smash that like button, smash subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram, I am DLace, TikTok, DLaceMadeIt, and we finna jump right into the list. First, I'm gonna do an honorable mention list. I got two honorable mention lists. The first honorable mention list has Come Home, The Kids Miss You by Jack Harlow, It's Only Me by Lil Baby, Realer 2 by NBA Youngboy, My I Got a Family by NBA Youngboy, Survivor's Remorse by G Herbo, and Blinded by Death Hot Boy. Off bat, what sticks out to me is the Jack Harlow album. I feel like everybody hated on that album, and I loved that album so much when it came out. And even to this day, I will go back and play certain songs on there. If I go to Jack Harlow's album, obviously I'm playing Churchill Downs. I'm playing Talk of the Town. The first song on that Talk of the Town, what do you say? Talk of the Town, Talk of the Town. You Dr. Chris, talk to me now. Ironic cow, I'm who they miss, they target me now. He was going crazy under me, man. Side P, I like Side P's, I like First Class, you feel me? That was the single for the album. I like, what else is on here? Poison with Lil Wayne, Parent Trap with Justin Timberlake. I like this. I like Nail Tech. I like this album. I ain't gonna lie. I like Lil Secret. I like Dua Lipa, you know, that's a song that I listen to if it came on. Young Heart Leezy, if it come on, I'll listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why everybody hate on it, you feel me? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Jack Harlow just the one to hate on this year. It's Only Me. You know, it's a solid showing from Lil Baby. I think we wanted a little bit more from Lil Baby, whatever that would have sounded like. I think it wasn't It's Only Me, but it's still a good album nonetheless. Realer 2 is a sleeper album. It's got one of my favorite songs of the year on there called Purge Me. Purge Me is one of the best songs this year. Hands down, one of the best songs that dropped this year. My I Got a Family, Survivor's Remorse, Blinded by Death. I mean, all of those are good albums, but we finna get in to the top albums of this year. Coming in at number 10, y'all, for me, I got Feed the Streets 3 from Roddy Ricch, and I got Slash Big Money by Money Man. This project by Money Man, I'm starting from Money Man, it introduced me to Money Man in a different way. I mean, I've heard Money Man in the past. I first heard of Money Man Crazy from Payway T.O., DDG's cousin. First heard of him on there. And then, I don't know, it's just time went on and I hear some of his music. I heard 24 and all that, but it didn't really resonate with me. But Big Money, bro. Big Money had talking numbers on my phone, realness in my chromosomes. Like he had some shit on that, man. So Money Man definitely had some shit on that. Then Feed the Streets 3 with Roddy Ricch. Me personally, I had too much of a problem with Live Fast or Lit or Drop, whatever it was called, the album that he dropped last year. I had no problem with that album. I was bumping that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Feed the Streets 3, it definitely gave me Feed the Streets 2, it gave me, excuse me for being antisocial vibes, but in a different way. Like, I don't know, Roddy Ricch, I feel like if he would have dropped this album right after Antisocial, it would have went off crazy. But I feel like they got this thought of Roddy Ricch now in their head that he fell off or whatever the case may be. So this album didn't do what it was supposed to do. But if you think about it, a lot of songs on here was giving them vibes. And y'all just weren't fucking with it because I guess y'all looking for, you know, another type of Roddy Ricch. I don't know what y'all looking for out of Roddy Ricch at this point, but y'all want something different. And he didn't really come with nothing crazily different. But at the same time, he did like Ashton Martin Truck. Like, that's different. That's different Roddy Ricch vibes. That's like happy, like, you feel me? That's like a happy-go-lucky vibe. I don't know what it is, but that came at number 10 for me. At number 9, we got Lil Durk 7220. When it first came out, that was a solid album. I still think it's a solid album. But then the deluxe came out, and there was a couple of songs on there that really drove it home for me. The main one is Hearing Sirens. That song different, man. Those real ones of the violence, her sirens, and sirens, and sirens. If y'all haven't listened to that song enough, y'all need to go play that right now. Hearing Silence on Lil Durk Deluxe, man, that shit is hard. But he had songs on there like What Happened to Virgil. He had Head Taps. He had Petty 2 on there. Like he had different singles on there that was going up. I ain't gonna lie to that. So the album along with his singles in the deluxe, he had Computer Murderers, he had he had a lot of songs on there that actually went up. So with that being said, Dirk is coming in at number 9. At number 8, see this I would say 8, even 7. 7 through honorable mention was tough for me. It was very tough for me, and it was very conflicting. And y'all gonna see why. Y'all gonna see why eventually. But at 8, we got Only Built for Infinity Links by Quavo and Takeoff. If y'all been on this channel, y'all been seeing, y'all saw when them singles was coming out how hard I was fucking with them singles, man. Like Quavo and Takeoff had their own little thing they was doing, and they was going crazy with it, man. R.I.P. Takeoff. But they had a great duo forming right there, man. So many great singles off that album for me. Only Built for Infinity Links is gonna lead me into number 7 on my list, which is God Did. I feel like they're showing on God Did was also another way, and I'm just like, yeah, that for some reason, well, this we talking about albums right here, but really that feature on them features on that album plus the album and the singles they were dropping on their album, it just Quavo and Takeoff had to be mentioned on here for the best album of the year, or one of the best albums of the year. God Did came in at number 7. The one feature that everybody loved off there was the Jay-Z feature. I ain't gonna lie, it was cool for me, man. Jay-Z was snapping, but at the same time, I feel like people just say that because he was rapping for a long time. Like Jay-Z had a good verse, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the level that they putting it at this year is kind of, I don't know, they kind of blowing out of proportion. But yeah, I like a lot of songs on here. I like Fam Good, We Good, Roddy Ricch and Gunna. I like Juice WRLD Did. That shit was hard. That's a song that I've been heard like years ago, but it's great. I'm glad to see DJ Khaled kind of finessed it and used it, like, because the words he was using, he like, man, I'm gonna use that for my album. You feel me? And I like the audience he was able to give Juice WRLD, even though Juice WRLD is bigger than, you know what I'm saying, Juice WRLD is big, but I like Beautiful, you know, Grammy nominated. He got a lot of Grammy. This album's Grammy nominated. These songs are Grammy nominated. Beautiful. I like It Ain't Safe with Nardo Wick and Cardi B. Party with Quavo and Takeoff is my shit, man. That's why I said that song had to elevate them up the ranks too for this list. Stand and Laugh with Lil Baby and Drake was cool. Keep Going with Lil Durk and that was cool. Big Time with Future and Lil Baby was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a lot of good songs on here that had replay value. So for that, I gave him number 7. Like I said, this is my list. Before y'all get to talking like this is my list. This is what stuck with me. This is what had replay value with me. And yeah, man, that's what I really go off of. Replay value. What is giving me crazy replay value for the year? I don't care what type of album. I don't care what you say this album was for. If it has replay value, that means it's one of the top albums. I don't care about substance and what it got. If it has replay value, if it's good, I don't care if it got substance, I don't care if it got no substance, but it's got hard songs, it just got nothing but drill music, if it got nothing but singing, I don't care what it is, bro. If it has replay value, it's gonna be on this list, y'all. At number 6, this is an album that I play a lot right now because it's still kind of fresh, but it's still old enough to be on this list at the same time. We have Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss. Shit was hard, man. They was going crazy on that. 21 was bringing out a side of Drake, and Drake was putting out a crazy side of 21, and they all came together, mixed their worlds together, and it went crazy. And I think I liked this album a lot, too, because it was a lot of Drake's world. You got a lot of Drake, you feel me, a Drake type beats, Drake. It gave you big Drake energy on this album, and I'm a big Drake fan. Drake, to me, is the best artist of all time. Drake and Future is my favorite artist of all time. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I'ma like that album. You know what I'm saying? They had standout songs like back on that on BS. He had Back Outside Boys, Rich Flex, Treacherous Twins, Spin About You. I like In the Silence or Middle of the Ocean, definitely. But I'm talking about Hours of Silence. Everybody hate that song for some reason, but that shit is hard to me. It's a vibe to me. Her Loss coming in at 6. It could be higher. But I think 6. I don't think it's better and have more. I ain't gonna say more replay value, but I don't think it's better than the albums I have above it. So top 5, y'all. This is my top 5 albums of 2022. Y'all ready? Coming in hot at number 5, we got, shout out to Chicago, man. We got Saba, Few Good Things, man. This album had me in a chokehold at the beginning of the year. And that's what's hard about these albums too, right? Because you have to take into account the first half, and then it's like the summer is like a whole thing of his own. Then you get the second half, and you don't want to have recency bias. Few Good Things by Saba. Saba is one of my favorite art. As far as from Chicago, he's probably, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, it's tough. I ain't even gonna put him on here. But Saba, Few Good Things has so much great replay value, so much great music on there. I would say my favorite song on there would have to be the album title song with Black Thought. That shit is crazy. I like the whole album. I ain't gonna lie. The whole album is fire. Saba's fire. Shout out Saba. I also fuck with Saba the long way because him and Pivot Game posted my video like 4 years ago when I first started my YouTube, and they reposted my video, and that video was like one of my most viewed videos before I really started getting back on here last year. It was one of my most viewed videos, so I actually rock with Saba heavy. He always showing love. He from the West Side, just like I was born. So yeah, Saba, man. Saba. And the album is crazy. It speaks for itself. Like, I don't think I'm crazy for putting this as a top 5. Like, this should be in a lot of y'all top 5 albums. This is not in your top 5 albums. You're tweaking. I ain't gonna lie. You need to go listen to it. If you have listened to it, it's called Saba, Few Good Things. I need to go check that out, man. It's got crazy replay value, crazy artistry on there, crazy punchlines, crazy bars. And it's authentic music, you know what I'm saying? Saba is very good at making authentic music. He give you another side of Chicago. You know, y'all see all the drill and shit. And then y'all hear what Chance got to say, but Saba giving y'all a whole different perspective of his life growing up in Chicago in the hood, but from the West Side. A lot of y'all got the South Side point of view. You know, y'all know a couple of West Side rappers or whatever, but y'all don't get this point of view from them on this level of artistry. So make sure y'all go check out Saba, Few Good Things. At 4, this album right here, if you were from January to maybe March, April, this was probably the best album of the year. It's Drip Season 4 by Gunna. I think on a lot of people's list, this album is going to be very high on their list. It's high on mine. It's DS4. It's number 4. It's high on my list because the replay value was crazy, and it gave you so many different vibes on that, man. Like, I mean, he starts off the album with Private Island, you feel me? A nice mellow track it's give you Gunna vibes, it's give you that slow, melodic, tropical vibe that Gunna give you. Start off with Private Island, then he go to Pushin' P. He had the whole world saying Pushin' P. To the point now, y'all mess with him. Y'all say he pushing P, you feel me? But y'all, he had the whole world saying Pushin' P, man. And that's a Grammy nominated song. So, hey, man, Gunna, I mean, that speaks for itself. Poochie Gown got me in a chokehold. I ain't gonna lie. I was at school and they played that shit at an event, and I'm just like, damn, this shit raw as hell, man. He got that. I am a bad bitch in my penthouse right now. She got on a Poochie Gown ready to get piped down. Like, y'all gotta stop playing with Gunna, man. He got Mop on here. He got P Power with Drake. He got How You Did That with Kodak. He got a lot of cake, pockets fat. Overweight, yeah, he got all this. So he got 25K for a jacket with Baby on there. He got, I don't know, that bitch with her, man. He was snapping on her. He got Missing Me. He got Die Alone with Young Blue, Life of Sin. Then he got Too Easy on me. I gotta stop playing. He got You and Me with Chloe. Like, he had so many bangers on this tape or on this album. It's ridiculous. He gave you the rap moves. He gave you the tee-up moves. He gave you the melodic, the slow, the tropical moves. He gave you all that. Then, before he went to see what happened is he went to jail. And that stopped his momentum from really keeping, you know what I'm saying? It stopped his momentum from just steady building because after he dropped the album, when he gave us another hit, he gave us Banking on Me. She banking on me on the bank. I smack her, see love to get spanked. You feel me? He just giving us hits after hit after hit. So for that, I gotta put DS4 on her at number 4. At number 3, some of y'all gonna like it and some of y'all not gonna like it, and I don't care because that's why this is my list and this is what stuck with me. Coming in number 3, we got Honestly Nevermind by Drake, man. Honestly Nevermind has straight bangers on there. It was a whole nother vibe from Drake. See, this is the problem with y'all right here. Y'all claim all these artists sound the same. I'm starting to see stuff. Lil Durk sound the same. Lil Baby sound the same. This person sound the same. Do something different. Drake do something different, completely different, and y'all got a problem with it. But then Beyonce come out with the same type of album. A month later, y'all love it. Y'all play it all over TikTok. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't know what y'all want from these artists. Drake gave y'all a completely different sound that y'all have never heard for a full Drake album, ever. And then he threw in Jimmy Cooks at the end just to show y'all he really do this shit. He really do this rap shit, but he just gonna do the other shit. for the most of that. He gonna take a little break and do something different. You feel me? He had songs on there like Flights Booked, crazy vibes. He had Text Go Green. He had Massive. He had Falling Back. He had Liability. He had, man, I know I'm forgetting some that was just crazy. Like Drake was going crazy on the Currents, Calling My Name, Sticky. Like, come on, man. Like, Drake was going crazy on that, man. Drake, Title Binds. Yeah, Drake had some crazy songs on them, man. So, for me, and, you know, my vibes changed. Like, it's like, it was in the summer. You know, I was in the city a lot. I was living in the city. You know what I'm saying? Downtown a lot. Just getting them vibes and playing this song late at night, driving downtown Chicago. Like, the shit was just different, man. So, therefore, I got Drake at number 3. I feel like it was the perfect time for him to drop that album. And, yeah, man. Drake honestly never mind. I don't care what nobody say. That's at number 3, man. At number 2, we got an album that came out at the beginning of the year and it's stuck. Gotta go with NBA Youngboy Colors, man. NBA Youngboy Colors coming in number 2, man. I feel like this is probably one of the best diss record albums I've ever heard in my life. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know who he was at his neck the whole time. Now, I always say I'm neutral on this shit. I'm just a fan of the music, you know what I'm saying? But only one had a whole album dedicated to dissing. And that was YB, and that was Colors. And YB is so goated to the point where he got songs in there like No Hook, Know If I Know, Bring the Hook. I said No Hook. Nah, it's called No Switch, Bring the Hook, Know If I Know. Then he coming with song. First of all, he start the album off. He say, look, this is how he start the album off. I'm like, oh, slip up, they gonna take my life. Keep my pistol real tight. They gonna take me out tonight. I'm like, oh, and I've been trying to do it with him. He came on that tough. Then he came on there with Bring It On. Tell him, bring it on, let's get it. Whoa. Oh, he say, Mama, I got this inside my body. All these niggas gon' get it. They know how rock it. Crazy, talking crazy to that boy. He was talking crazy to that boy. He was snapping on his old tape. Then he give you songs like DC Marvel, Two Who, Snow Bunny. Then he give you Gangsta. Boy, I ain't never liked the Quando Rondo song for real. But Gangsta, I will listen to that whole shit. That shit is hard. Then he give you Fish Scale. Fish Scale is a hit. That's what I'm saying. Y'all be hating on YB. A lot of these songs y'all would never be able to stop hearing if he really had that. You feel me? If he had certain backing behind him for real. Like, bro, Fish Scale is a hit. Emo Love, Emo Rockstar, I Got This, Foolish Figure. Like, come on, bro. Like, this, that, Cage Feeling. Like, bro, the whole shit was hard. YB undoubtedly has the second best album. Then came what? April or May. At number 1. 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 I'm way out of here, I'm too far to sky. Herman's ass with a dub my ashes, bitch so pretty, little better than cash. Number 1, we got Pluto. Future. Now I Never Liked You. At number 1, that's the best album of the year. I don't care what nobody got to say, bro. That's the best album of the year. Straight slaps on her. Wait For You is the biggest song of the year. You feel me? You got I'm That Nigga. You got 7:12 p.m. You got Gold Stacks. You got Love You Better. Massaging Me. Holy Ghost. I'm on one. Then he came with No Security, Affiliated, Just the Beginning, Worst Days. Man, stop playing with him. Future snapped on this whole album. Future undoubtedly, hands down, has the best album of the year. He will win that Grammy for the rap album of the year. He might be nominated for album of the year. If he nominated for that, he gonna get it. Future he came with no misses. Everybody always want, bring DS2 Future back. Bring this Future back. He brought new Future, and he snapped. Other honorable mentions on here was The Forever Story by Jid, Age, Sex, Location by Ari Lennox, Heroes and Villains with Metro Boomin, and obviously Mr. Morale and the Big Steps by Kendrick Lamar. Now, I know a lot of people gonna kill me for the Kendrick Lamar one, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. I like Kendrick's album, but as far as, and Kendrick is one of my, to me, like as far as rap, like rapping ability, I feel like Kendrick's the best of this generation. He just got the award from New York Times. He's the best of this generation for sure. But this album, I feel like he dropped classic albums all the way into this. And this may be a classic. in the sense of the message and like how vulnerable he was, and he still had some songs on here. Like I like songs on this record. Don't get it confused, but it's like replay value. How much did I go back to this compared to the other ones? It's not up there. I think the song I listen to the most is probably Die Hard. Everything else I listen to it, but the one that I really go back to frequently is Die Hard. And that's not taking anything away from this album. This album helps a lot of people. This album is very vulnerable. It's very raw. It's very good. Musically, like, it's very good. But I don't know, man. Like I said, this is my top 10. This is what I went back to the most this year. This is what I felt like was the top 10 albums of the year, man. So if y'all made it this far in the video, if y'all made it this far in this video, make sure y'all leave a like and leave a comment. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, let me know y'all favorite albums. What albums was I tweaking on? What albums am I missing out on? Should I listen to certain albums? Is there certain albums that I miss? Is there albums that I haven't heard that y'all want to put me on to? Let me know something in the comment section, man. Follow me on Instagram. I am DLace. TikTok, DLaceMadeIt. And we out, man.
I'ma fuck with you.
Just getting started, the shit is a tease. Perfecting my crap, man, this shit getting easy. I'm thinking about pouring the deuce in the leader. Busting, sweating, I need me a freezer. I need me a shorty like Queen Latifah. Cause shorty gon' ride whenever I need her. I was just down bad, now I'm breaking the meter.